Hey everyone at home or wherever you happen to be. My name is Miss Jaime and welcome to another episode of Art Explorations for Kids. So today we are going to focus on making a large pond with a group of lily pads, and we're going to focus on making a little frog character sitting on one of the foreground lily pads. So what we're going to do is start off with our jumbo jet pencil, and we're going to start by lightly making just some very simple shapes that will eventually make up our fun frog that's sitting in this pond. So first we're going to start off making sort of an upside down egg. And this is going to be the body of our frog. And we're going to go ahead and put 2 circles at the top for his eyes. And remember to draw lightly because we're going to go back in and outline our important lines and get rid of our guidelines. We're going to draw a highlight just at the top in his pupils. And then from one side to the other, just under the eyes, we're going to give him a big smile and his cheeks. Okay, so now we want to go ahead and draw on his legs. So we'll draw through the body and create an oval for his thigh. And then we're going to come over to the other side and do the same thing. Nice simple shapes. So now we want to bring his arms in because we're going to have his arms out in front. I'm just going to follow the side of his body and then create his little webbed foot in the front. And then starting right beside the top of his arm, the other side, bring a line down. And I've made it just a little bit wider up here at the top because his arms get wider and then thinner as it gets closer to his wrists. And so we're just going to repeat that same idea on the other side and create those little webbed feet. Okay, and the last thing we want to do is add in his hind webbed feet, just under each thigh. Okay, and there we have our frog. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make the lily pad that he's sitting on. We're going to draw an ellipse just through the body. We're just making an oval. And then we're just going to cut a little pie slice out. And there we have our lily pad. So to give us some depth to our picture, what we're going to do is add 3 more lily pads, and we're going to have them getting smaller as they go back, because objects that are closer to us appear larger, whereas as they recede into the background, they get smaller. We're also going to overlap. We're going to have our frog overlapping some of these lily pads, and that just really helps give your picture some depth. So I'm going to go ahead and draw an ellipse through here, cut out my pie slice. I'm going to put 1 lily pad right behind his eye. And if you're feeling comfortable, you can go ahead and start cutting out that pie slice as you're drawing, as you're getting more practice in. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and get rid of some of our extra guidelines in here that we don't need, like the body lines here behind the eyes, and just give our frog a nice dark outline before we start coloring. So now we're just going to go ahead and erase our excess lines now that we've gotten our important lines outlined in our drawing. Okay, so now we have everything outlined and we've gotten rid of our excess lines. We can go ahead and add a few details to our frog. I think I'm going to give mine a different color belly. So I'm just going to make a little bit of an egg shape here. Because I think I'm going to want to give him a light green belly and I'm going to make him a darker green. Now if you want to add some spots to your frog, or different pattern, go right ahead. I'm going to leave my frog like this, and I'm going to go ahead and color him in. I'm going to pick some different greens for the lily pads and different greens for his stomach and his body, and pick out a really cool color for his eyes. And I also want to be sure that I get a really nice blue and fill in all the areas around the lily pad in the pond. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and color in your picture as you'd like, and then we'll come back and see how our pictures look. Alright, welcome back. So now we have our colored in frog. As you can see, I've picked lots of different greens for my different lily pads. And we have this cute, happy frog sitting on the front. And we've also managed to create all this great depth in our pond because we have our large lily pad in the front, and then we have the lily pads getting smaller as they recede to the background. And we've also created great depth by layering. So these are techniques that you guys can take into practice in your future art pieces, and I hope that you will. So if you are happy with your picture the way it is, you can go ahead and stop the video here. This is going to be the end of the beginner portion. However, if you would like to do some more with your picture, then go ahead and stick around and we'll begin the advanced portion in just 1 second. So welcome back to the advanced portion. What we're going to do now is we're going to add some lotus flowers to our drawing, and we're going to do this with our acrylic paints. So I went ahead and picked out the different colors we're going to be using, and we'll list them on the screen for you just so that you can go ahead and get them ready in your palette as well. So if you look at lotus flowers, they come in all different colors. So we're going to make ours today in purple, oranges, and reds. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our Creative Inspirations number 6 brush. And we're going to go ahead and dip into our purple lake. And if you look at lotus flowers, you'll notice there are lots of petals coming out. And we're going to simplify this. If you look at a lotus flower, it might look like a little bit of an intimidating flower to paint, but that's not the case. All we need to do is take our brush and make some simple strokes up. And just keep repeating this. If you run out of paint, go ahead, dip again, and make sure not to get too much paint on your brush, just enough that you can make the strokes and spread the paint around. If you get too much paint on your brush, you'll end up soaking your paper, and you'll also end up with lots of blobs that are difficult to work with. I'm going to bring this petal down. So I didn't quite finish that stroke. I ran out of paint in that one last brush stroke. Okay, so we have the start of our lotus flower. And I'm going to clean my brush off. Make sure I get all the purple out of it. So once the water starts running clear, then I know my brush is clean. And I can take a paper towel and dab, make sure that there's no excess pigment in there. So then I'm going to want to add just a little hint of the middle of the flower. And I'm going to do this by dipping into our cadmium yellow hue, just a little bit. And I'm going to want to make sure that this center bit of our flower has had enough time to just dry a little bit. It's okay if we have some blending, because in lotus flowers you'll notice that a lot of the colors start to have a gradient where they change from one color to the next. We're just going to bring up a few hints of the center portion of our lotus flower. I'm going to dip again. And something you'll also notice that I'm doing is rotating my brush, because when you dip your brush in paint, you don't end up with just one side in paint, you end up with your entire brush all the way around. So if you use up the paint on one side, you don't necessarily have to go back in and dip immediately. You can just rotate your brush and use the paint on the other side. Okay, so we're done with the yellow. I'm going to clean off the brush, make sure that all that yellow's out. Check it on my paper towel. It's nice and clean. And then I'm going to go back to my purple. I'm going to create just a few petals coming up to the front. And I'm also going to want to spread out the petals. Make this a nice full flower. Alright, so now that you've followed me along with the technique to create this lotus flower, we're going to go ahead and do that very same thing and create a red flower over here and an orange one over here. Okay, so now we have our completed picture with all of our lotus flowers, and you can see that we've managed to create the illusion of extra petals in the front by doing our layering technique of adding one layer of petals in the back, then adding our yellow centers, and then taking our same color and adding some foreground petals, and then just kind of fluffing out the flowers so that they're nice and round and full like the lotus flowers you see that are out in lily ponds. So I hope you all enjoyed working on this project with me. I enjoyed working on it with you. I had so much fun, and I cannot wait to see you on the next Art Explorations for Kids.